Welcome to the Omega Studio News. News you can use. And welcome to the Omega Studio News. I'm your host, Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following me right here, right now. These are your stories. Okay, so shout out to everyone who is tuned in to this hump day. Okay, we're doing things different here on the show. I'm going to go over a list of what I'm going to be talking about, and then I'll give you guys the news. Okay? So shout out to those who are here on Facebook, those who are on YouTube, and those who are on Periscope. Today is February the 26th, 2020, and it is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. Okay? So I will be talking about Trayvon Martin and his anniversary today, 8 years. Okay, I will also be giving you guys some information on Harvey Weinstein. Okay, followed by Jesse Smollett case. Then I will be heading over to now what is called the debt clock, which is the Omega Studio News, aka stock market, showing you guys the numbers. Then I will be going to Maddie News, Maddie Mob News, which was formerly TS Madison News. And then Hump Day, Ash Wednesday, Omega Studio News update. Also, I will be giving you a story about a woman. A woman was killed because she refused to open up the ATM vestibule door, and how important and do you really or should you really open up those doors when you're using an ATM machine? But this lady who did so, her life was taken. And then also special thanks to Social Media Network. Okay, so we are here, right here, and we're going to start with Trayvon Martin. Okay, so Trayvon Martin anniversary is today. Okay, on this day, Trayvon Martin was taken from us. Okay, he was taken from us. He was killed by, I don't even want to use that guy's name because I really don't want to, you know, give him credit, but I do want to say that Trayvon Martin at the time was 17 years old, and he was killed, fatally shot and killed by George Dummerman. That's all we're gonna give him. Okay. He was killed in Stanford, Florida. Okay. We do know that today would have been the anniversary, the 8 years. We know today he would have been 25 years old today, Trayvon Martin. And it's so interesting and crazy because his birthday was on February the 5th, and just 21 days later, he was killed. He was killed by this man who only was charged with, oh, when the operator told him to not proceed, he proceeded, and then they found him not guilty. But still, you understand, he should have been found guilty of this man's murder, of this child's murder at the time, and sentenced life in jail. But they have this whole stand your ground and everything else that portrayed in it. But this man will not only have to deal with it in this spiritual life, but he'll have to answer to the man upstairs. Okay? So, yes, Trayvon Martin would have been 25 years old. 21 days ago, his birthday would have made him 25 years old. He was killed 17 at the age of 17, just turning 17 years old. Okay, so today, Trayvon Martin, we remember you from 1995 to 2012. We should never forget. And plus, this is Black History Month, so it is him. He died in this month. okay, Black History Month, which is the shortest month, okay, in this year. So for Black History Month, yes, the anniversary of Trayvon Martin today makes 8 years of the passing of and since his death. Okay, so we do know that his family is out there still continuing to advocate for their son, and the social media blogs are continuing to keep his name alive. Trayvon Martin, keep his name alive. Okay, the anniversary today, right here, right now. Okay, so we're gonna be moving on to our next story. Okay, so we do know that Harvey Weinstein. Now, I know we're doing things different here on the show, so uh, I'm gonna go ahead and do this part here. Okay, so Harvey Weinstein. Let's get Harvey Weinstein. Okay, Harvey Weinstein convicted. Harvey Weinstein now has a jail number. And his jail number for Rikers Island, because we reported here on the Omega Studio News that his jail number is now 065811138Z. Again, 065811138Z. And this is his Rikers Island number. Now we do know once when he was convicted of those counts, he pretty much uh, you know gave his fingerprints, and then he pretty much was going to jail. But as I reported on the show, he was taken to the hospital, and I said, and social media is saying the same thing, that because of his verdict, he was feeling a little heart in trouble, heart problems and chest problems. So he was having trouble breathing, and they had to rush that ass to the hospital. I told y'all, because I once when they gave, if you listen to the verdict, they said not guilty first, and then I think they said not guilty again, and then it was guilty, and then not guilty, then guilty. So he thought he was going to be off the chain. You understand? He got the media out there. He's already, playing Academy Award winning with the whole, stroller and motor walker, which, mind you, they said in social media network that his back surgery was unsuccessful. But then we see in other videos, he pretty much is up and, dabbing everybody and ace cone boom and everything. But now he's frail, he's old, he's in jail. Okay, so Harvey Weinstein, I do want to go ahead and, while I'm giving you guys this information, I do want to go ahead and bring this up for you guys. I want to go ahead and bring this up for you guys. Okay, I want to bring this up. Can we bring it up? Bring it up, bring it up. Okay, so if you see, this is Harvey Weinstein. Okay, he definitely was brought up. This is him here. He's actually being let out of the courtroom. Okay. The next photo is going to be where Harvey Weinstein will be spending his time at, and this is at Rikers Island. Okay, this is Rikers Island. This is an island right by LaGuardia Airport in New York, and it's a whole island. The only way you can get on that island is through a bridge, and he pretty much will be spending his time here. Okay. He'll be spending his time here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and can we just bring that up? All right, hold on, just give me 1 second. So I'll tell you things that happen live, Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring this up according to social media. Okay, social media, do we have it? No. Okay. So, all right. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Okay. So, according to, I just want to. Okay. According to social media, definitely, we see right here, right now, that Harvey Weinstein, according to social media, his inmate number, which we have just read to you from the Department of Corrections, says jury uh, found Weinstein 67 guilty. Okay, this is according to FoxBusiness.com. Okay, as of Monday, the convicted movie mogul had a book and case number, which I just gave to you guys right here on the show. All right, was assigned to him at the jail or the facility, and there we just seen the photo. Okay, and charges of predatory sexual assault, which there were 2 counts of first degree rape. He avoided a potential life sentence, but still faces decades behind bars. So even though that this man has been found guilty, he still have charges in Los Angeles County. Okay, he still have charges in Los Angeles County. They're also saying that shortly after the conviction he that was handed down, the judge remanded Weinstein into custody until his sentencing on March the 11th. Now, they were saying that they wanted to hold on. They were saying that they wanted to get him out of jail until he goes to court and try to get him on a banner, like not a banner, a house band, right? Like an ankle monitor. But my thing is this: when Bill Cosby was found guilty, they didn't let him go. Okay, but mind you, before he got to the courtroom, he was already on an ankle monitor bracelet, not a banner, a bracelet. Okay, and he was only able to go to the doctor, uh, see his lawyers. Harvey Weinstein ain't gonna be getting no bracelet. Okay, he gonna stay that ass in jail. They remanded that ass. They revoked his bail. Okay, they revoked Harvey Weinstein bail, and they gave him the number. And I showed you guys his home where he will be staying. And then on March the 11th, we will see where and how much time he will get, and then they will extradite that ass back to Los Angeles to hear on charges in that county. Okay, so we do know that he is 67 and he probably will have to register as a sex offender when he's released. We just seen and read that he avoided the most serious charge, and that was life in jail. Okay, so he may got a little more money stored up after paying all those people off, and then may have to he have to pay for his defense, Kareem. Well, yeah, you're right, but I don't know how much money he has. I really don't care, but I do know that he is a convicted felon, and he will have to now answer to the charges yet again in California, Los Angeles. Okay, so and I don't know, maybe it's a publicity stunt with him, with his lawyers, where they're saying that maybe by him going to the hospital and since he had the back surgery, maybe he shouldn't be in general population. No, he shouldn't be in general population. He should be in solitary confinement. You knew I was going to say that. He should be in solitary confinement. Just like I said, R. Kelly and the late Andrew Hernandez, they should have been in solitary confinement. They ass wasn't in the general population out in the brick on the bricks, right? Isn't that what they say in Chilltown? He wasn't out on the bricks in general population. So when he go to jail, what makes you think he's gonna be good in general population? Put that ass in solitary confinement. They should have did that with Epstein. Well, they did do that to Epstein, but Epstein somehow hung himself. But they always want to take the easy way out. Aaron Hernandez. Okay? So we do know that he will be there until March 11th. And once when we get more information on Harvey Weinstein, we will give you it right here on Breaking News. Okay. My next story is we're gonna move straight to Jesse Smollett, or we're going to go to T.S. Madison, Maddie Mob News. Okay. So we are going to head over to Jesse Smollett. Okay, so Jesse Smollett definitely is in the news yet again. Okay, and in this time he is in the news because we do know, and I reported it right here on the network, that Jesse Smollett was in court yet again to answer on the new charges after they had filed they reopened the case from the special prosecutor. Okay, so we do know now that the same judge that had something to do with Oprah Winfrey back then, 15 years ago, is now the judge that's presiding over this case. We're going to take you straight into the story. Okay, so we are now hearing and now reading that the federal judge who once kept Oprah on the jury assigned Jesse Smollett case. Can I go ahead and can we? Just give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, good morning out in Los Angeles. Daquan Jones, good morning. Okay, I wanted to go to the source. Okay. Bear with me, people. But this time I want to say thank you guys, our social media network, for following me right here, right now. Thank you so much. Yes, so this now, do we have it? Okay, do we have it? Maybe so. I don't know. Okay. So so veteran judge. Okay, what were we doing? Madison or okay, we are all over the place. Okay, so we're gonna move right to Madison Mob News. Madison Mob News, the new TS Madison, which is now Maddie Mob News. And at this time, we take this time to talk to you guys about Madison, TS Madison. And okay, just give me 1 second, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so we just need the info and then we'll be all up. All right, so we do know that T.S. Madison, we missed out on the jury review on Monday, but uh, we had the video with Funky Dineva, the permanent judge, Funky Dineva. We had him on the show, right? Then we will definitely give you guys this information where, all right. So I love my girl T.S. Madison, and we show T.S. Madison right here. This was the latest video that T.S. Madison had shared with us on her social media page. She's doing the car chat, which she always does that. she is always live in color from the car sometimes with her sidekick Chi Chi. And then also T.S. Madison definitely posted where she said to her Maddie Mob friends that, hey, y'all, I took a couple of days off. She just definitely explained that. And then she was explaining how the video she explained that, she's been doing a lot of stuff and, she's actually going to be in the basement this whole week recording for us with, as we can see here. Hopefully, we see the Bitch Let's Dish coming out on Thursday. But we do know that she has a taping here with, what is that again? Okay, so it's the Maddie Mob tape for Beyond the Bench, which she's doing. And then she has the whole, I want to go back to the other one. Okay, she has the whole spotlight session. Yeah, I want to get it right. The whole spotlight session. She's also saying that if you guys can please go to her YouTube and subscribe to T.S. Madison Hinton YouTube, and you guys will never be late on her content, which she wants you to hit the notification bell so that you guys could be notified when she goes live on the bench and also in session and also maybe Bitch Let's Dish. Okay, so this is from T.S. Madison. And then also, too, while we're up here on T.S. Madison, who I love, I just want to share this picture of T.S. Madison here in Maddie Mob News. I want to share this picture with you guys. It's amazing, okay? Amazing. Like, amazing. 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 Maddie Mob fans, you guys know right here, this photo is amazing of T.S. Madison. Okay? We love her right here on the show. Okay? We can go to the, let's check her social media page to see if there is anything up there on her Twitter. Okay. We're going to go right to T.S. Madison Twitter because we do follow the real T.S. Madison. Can we bring that up? Okay. All right. So according to the real T.S. Madison, we can see here that she retweeted the Funky Dineva, an emergency meeting. This is the whole point when I was telling you guys where there was no session on Monday. Then we have her, the real T.S. Madison, and the oh my God child is gay. Why? Okay, so this is her car chat. Then Maddie, definitely. Oh, my favorite one. That's the whole. They have a GIF of that too. Okay, is when she's in the bathtub. Okay, when she went on her luxurious vacation. Okay, so yeah, so this is T.S. Madison. I love this photo. I just love it. Okay, T.S. Madison. This is Maddie Mob News, which was T.S. Madison News, now has changed to Maddie Mob News, and this is where we go and talk about T.S. Madison. Okay, because we want to talk about T.S. Madison. Okay, and this is Madison News, Maddie Mob News. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so I do know that this next part, okay, so we're going to go into the Jussie Smollett. And Jussie Smollett? No Jussie Smollett. Okay, so this next part, I want to show you guys this, okay? Because I feel that it's very important that I, put this out here like this, okay? You guys see this here? Do y'all see this? This is the letter. This is the letter that Jussie Smollett allegedly said that they sent to him to Fox Stadium. or Fox Studio. And this is the letter that the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, okay, and the United States Parcel should have been investigating or was investigating when they had announced later back in 2019 that they were waiting for uh, DNA and fingerprints to come off and be lifted up off of this envelope to see who sent it. Okay, because whoever sent this photo here violated and committed a crime through the United States Parcel Service, and they sent out a hate letter, even if it was to yourself. FBI and United States Parcel, please, can you get back to the Omega Studio News and TalkShowTea? Was the DNA and was the fingerprints lifted up off of these envelopes, these two envelopes right here, and were they the disgraced Jesse Smollett? Okay, because I'm finding, I'm actually, huh? Oh, okay. So I'm finding it very hard to find the fact that he's been charged, and now you guys haven't said anything or put anything in social media or whether or not the DNA or fingerprints was his. But now that he's recharged, can you guys please ungag yourself and give light to the public on whether or not it was his or it wasn't? Because apparently it's so crazy. Bring that photo back up, please. It's so crazy that the same thing. Okay, we're not gonna say that the words on here, but you can see it here. And then we see the rope around his neck. Okay, we see the rope around the neck, which he mysteriously had a rope around his neck, which he literally still had it on his neck when he asked the police officer to turn the camera off. Okay. He wrote the mega up there. He wrote, okay, I'll get you whatever. Okay, we see that. But the same thing that is depicted in this photo mysteriously happened to Jesse Smollett. So again, Federal Bureau of Investigation, are you charging the disgraced Jesse Smollett with committing a hate crime by using the United States Parcel Service as his choice? Okay, and not only that, he's already been recharged. So yes, that should be added into the evidence. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna go back to Jesse Smollett, and we're gonna go back to the judge, the veteran judge, who definitely is in. Who definitely we're gonna go. Okay, so according to social media, that's when we went to T.S. Madison, right? Okay, that was T.S. Madison. Okay, so according to social media, the veteran judge who actually mysteriously or actually, said that Oprah Winfrey, being though that she was a star, she couldn't avoid jury duty. She had to serve as a public servant, and that was to do jury duty. And mind you, according to social media, the person who she was, deliberating on was found guilty and was given, I think, 45 years. But we'll see right here, right now. Okay. So yeah. So here, listen. So the same judge that definitely made headlines back then, 15 years ago, when Oprah Winfrey, who tried to beg off jury duty in a murder trial of Lynn, definitely is now presiding over the case and the disgraced Jesse Smollett. And we see right here, Winfrey wound up voting with other juries to convict the man, later sentenced to 45 years in prison. 45. This is a murder case, you guys. Okay. So the judge has said in a statement, he said, I'm not going to say that somebody is too important in our society to be a member of a jury. I am no concern, this is the judge speaking, I have no concern at all that the stars of this trial are going to be the trial lawyer and overriding personal are going to be the lawyer and to some extent even the court. And that's because they were saying that, she had to serve as being a juror. Oprah Winfrey had to serve as being a juror. And not only that, again, mysteriously, the same judge is now the judge assigned to the disgraced Jesse Smollett case. Okay? So, uh, so we do know that the disgraced Jesse Smollett was in court, and we do know that once when information come out, when he has a hearing coming up soon, we will give it to you right here on the show. All right. All right. So my next topic or my next subject, we killed two stones. We actually killed two birds with one stone. I did that right. Okay. So yes. So today is Ash Wednesday. It is Ash Wednesday. Yeah, this coronavirus is actually becoming very serious. Actually, I do have some information from the newspaper where they're now saying that it's a pandemic. Okay, it's a pandemic, and it is actually. I'll go ahead and give this information to you guys. I do want to get this story here for you guys because you know today is Ash Wednesday, and yeah. All right, I'm just looking for this story right here, right now. I can hear you. Yeah, I just wanted to, okay, so the coronavirus. Yeah, that's so interesting because I was actually on the elevator and I was, coming into the studio and I was like, look at this. This is not this is not, the real deal here. And then he's like, those Chinese people. And I'm like, those Chinese people, where did that come from? So he's already brainwashed into misled information. And they told you guys to stop, they told you guys to stop, profiling like that because it is definitely not just the Chinese people who have this, but they're saying that it started there. But listen, go to the CDC. I told you guys, go to the CDC and find that information out before y'all going out there and misread information that is definitely not true. And that's what I will call fake news. That's what I was saying that. I was saying that people are reading information that is definitely considered fake news. And then when you have people who are stereotyping, because they're like, well, just because, and I read some stories, they were like, just because people are wearing masks, they must be the ones that are infected. And I'm like, no, I think those are the ones who are definitely not trying to, get it. Because even if you did have a cold, you don't want to cough. And then if you did have it, because people could have a common cold and don't have to necessarily have the coronavirus. Like people are just taking this all out of proportion, like seriously, right? They're bringing it out of they bring it out of proportion. They are bringing it up. It's all out of proportion. Like they are definitely not educating themselves. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the papers. We're here in the papers. Okay, so we do see that. Oh my goodness, this is so sad here. A little girl was fatally struck by a school bus. Unbelievable. And then we know that the whole Democrat stuff is going on where they say Bernie Sanders is now could and probably be the man or the person to take on Donald Trump, which they would say that the Democrats will announce or make him the nominee. And then we see the CEO from Walt Disney, huh? Yeah, Walt Disney stepped down. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Then we see the lack of Fed prep for coronavirus alarming, which are unbelievable. So they're saying that the Trump administration now wants 2.5 billion in funding from Congress to help combat the coronavirus. Combat the coronavirus. 2.5 billion. But that request came after slashes the CDC budget by 16% just a month. Slashing budget, CDC, 2.5 billion, combat the coronavirus. Okay? Every federal resource must be made available to contain the coronavirus and stop its spread. The health of our nation, the world, and the economy depend upon it. So right here on the show, Omega Studio News and TalkShowTea, I am saying, go to the CDC website, okay, and educate yourself on the coronavirus because I'm pretty much sure that their information is probably 99.999% true. Before you go out there and assume, like I told y'all about the story while I was on the elevator in the studio, and the man like, them Chinese people. I'm like, Chinese people? My mind, I'm like, really? So educate yourself on that. Okay, so this is in the papers. Okay, so we do know that they're making a big change around at LaGuardia Airport. We know that. Okay, New York City housing. Yeah, that was something. That was really crazy. That a story in New York City housing, NYCHA. Okay, the housing over there, one of their complex lost water. Okay, they lost water, and then they have these residents drinking from a makeshift water valve outside, where you got to go outside and take a bucket, a pail, turn on the water, take it back up the flight of stairs, if God forbid if their elevator ain't working, because we do know that they have problems like that. But yes, they are out of water and they are going downstairs, and I believe that this pipe thing is connected to the fire hydrant, and I'm not really sure if there's any filter on it. Excuse me, I'm not really sure if there's a filter on it, but residents of this building, this one NYCHA building, have to go downstairs and turn on the water and get water out, take it upstairs. How are you going to wash the dishes, honey? How are you going to flush your toilet? Okay, if there is no running water. So every time somebody has to come downstairs to get water from this fire hydrant and then take it upstairs, that's disgusting. I really hope that they reimburse these people who had to go through these things. And the NYCHA, I was about to say the MTA, the NYCHA have to really enforce some type of resources, and if anything, give these people incentives, because 24 hours without water, hot water, cold water, and you got to go downstairs and get this water. They got to come back upstairs, put it in their toilet. They got to come back downstairs. They want to wash the kids, come home from school. They want to come home and take a shower, but they got to take a bird bath because there is no water. Okay? And at that, they got to boil water. Ain't no hot water. So NYCHA has to get together with this housing situation in New York. Like, seriously. Like, just because they feel that it is considered subsidized housing or low poverty or poverty down, whatever they call it, you should still not treat people of the low of the lowest. So someone says, well, they should be grateful that they got water. But here it is, they're paying their rent. Okay, they got kids, they got disabled people, they have people who are in wheelchairs, I know that. Okay, people are just frail and bedridden. So come on now. And this is a tall building. And I will actually find that article, and I will share that article right here on the show so you guys can read the story. And if they have video of it, I'm gonna definitely try to get you guys the video because it was just really sad to see that people was literally going down there getting water for the fire hydrant. Okay, and then not only that. First of all, I remember. Let me give an I statement. Okay, I know that one time the water got cut off and the power got cut off where I used to live at. And where I used to live at, people were going downstairs getting water from the fire hydrant. I went to the store to go get the dollar waters in the in the jug because I'm not risking myself drinking that water. Okay, because that water, even though it's coming from the fire hydrant, and even though people play in it, and it's even there to fight the fires, I'm not gonna drink it because there's still some type of intoxication in that water, and it's not filtered because it's coming from somewhere, and it's not filtered. That water that's going into your homes, ladies and gentlemen, that is coming out of your sink is filtered. There's a filtered cap on there. So for them to drink that water, they should have some type of filter there. I will hope and pray that they have a filter there. Because people who are sick, they cannot drink that type of water. And then one person has said that they went to the store to go get water and the water was sold out. We ain't talking about Flint here, you guys, where the water was messed up. We're talking about a pipe that was broken after so many years of being in commission, after so many years of working, it finally corroded instead of them replacing it. And now people are out of water because of the water main break. And now one house in NYCHA building residents are drinking water from a makeshift from outside. And I'm sure that water is coming from a fire hydrant. And I'm sure it doesn't have a filter on it. Okay, so now we see the stock market Congress gripped by coronavirus panic, which they're saying that the stock market is dropping. Okay, and right after this, we will go straight into our debt clock, which we call it the stock market. Okay, so the stock market is definitely everybody's being impacted by this coronavirus. Even the stock market is being impacted by it. I mean, they're definitely. It's just they're going cuckoo. They're going cuckoo. Okay, so we do know that the head MTA man himself, he left out. So now they're saying that there is a named intern head of New York City Transit now, and they're saying that this person held the position as senior advisor to the White House chief from 2009 to 2010. Okay, and they're saying that this is the right choice by naming her the head honcho of New York City Transit. So congratulations to her. Okay, yesterday I gave you guys the news on a doctor who was suing a hospital in Brooklyn because of discrimination, LGBTQ discrimination. Now we have another announcement here in news. An LGBTQ group credits protest for bouncing Mercer for AMNH. And this is not the Supreme Court 9. So they have the Supreme Court justice people up here, and they have like different faces on them. Okay, along with the contributor to Best and Right Wing organization, Mercer has donated at least $5 million to the Heartland Institution, climate change. Okay, we also know that the head guy from Amazon just donated $10 billion to Amazon. I mean, from Amazon to climate control, climate change. And speaking of the new laws that's taking place, once when I go to the Omega Studio News update. I will show you guys the new laws that are taking place in New York and also the new laws that are taking place in California as well. Okay, so we do know that the LGBT group credit yet again is in the papers. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, shout out to everyone who is on social media. Okay, so let's see. Manhattan exhibit on sled dog history. Oh wow, 1925. Okay, the same old in the newspaper. Okay, nothing really going on. Okay, yeah. Actually, I looked at the score at that time, and it was definitely the Lakers is up. Okay, and for horoscope for Virgo, your quick response and emerges to get things done with draw onlookers. Don't be shy. Show off what you're accomplished. You can have a big impact on others at this time. That is Virgo. Okay, and this is in the newspaper. All right, next. Okay, so I am going to go to Omega Studio News update. Matter of fact, no, we're not going to go there. We're going to go to the debt clock. We'll go to the debt clock. Okay, moving right along. We're right here at the debt clock. This is our stock market for Omega Studio News. Okay, so we're now here at the debt clock, which the debt clock is a clock that definitely shows where your money is going. And according to the stock market, they are panicking because of the whole coronavirus. Then we see that some of these numbers are definitely different from yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before yesterday. Okay, so and it will be different today, and it will be different tomorrow, and also the day after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Okay, so we see that our national debt is going up yet again. Okay, it's going up, and we do see the population, we do see our resources, we do see the homelessness, which these numbers are not changing. Did I just see a number change on the millionaires? Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. Okay, we do see the population, we do see poverty, U.S. disabled, we see U.S. retires. One thing I wanted to point out to you guys, put it up on full screen. I want to point this out to you guys. Y'all see this right here? Look how many, you see where the mouse is moving? Right here. Y'all see where the mouse is moving right here? It says U.S. veterans, 20,784,507. But so far between all our United States armed forces, we have about 1,385,338. That's what we have. So we have more U.S. veterans than it is in United States Army in the service. So there's more disabled, there's more people out of the Army than it is in the Army, and there's still a lot. Just wanted to bring that up to you guys. Because when you hear stories about people on homelessness, which we should not be having homelessness, and our veterans, okay? We do see a lot of veterans. They don't get the help after they get when they get out of the military, but before they go into the military, they're promised all these things. It's like, huh? That'd be another topic, okay? But I just wanted to point that out to y'all, that there's more people living as far as U.S. veterans than it is the Army. And mind you, this Army, right? This Army is all our government, like all our federal government, the United States Marines, the Army, the Navy, okay, and the U.S. Coast Guard. All that is, this is all added up to 1 million. So we got to do better than this. We got to get some more people. We got to get some more people in the Army, but it just shows that people who go into the Army, they are definitely not. Some people are afraid that they might not return home because of the wars that happened out there. We have a lot of Americans who have died in the United States Army who gave their life for this great country. Okay? And I want to say thank you for your servants. And matter of fact, I want to take the moment of silence for all those who passed away in our United States military. Thank you for your servants. Okay, so that was our debt clock. And oh yeah, I forgot to announce math. Make America think harder. Thanks to Andrew Yang. Hashtag Andrew Yang, the Yang Yang. Okay. And it was Andrew Yang who actually got me to get into the debt clock because of our whole universal basic income, which was just a great idea. But we do know that he is not running for president no more. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so we do know that it is Ash Wednesday, the 26th Ash Wednesday, and it is the first day of Lent 2020. Okay, so let's see. I believe you can still go and get the ash you get on your forehead. I believe you can still get that. Okay, so we do see that there are tweets from Pope Francis. Pope Francis had said here on Ash Wednesday, he said, this year the Lord grants us once again a favorable time to prepare to celebrate with renewal hearts that great mystery of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the cornerstone of Christian life. That is the tweet from Pope Francis. Okay. Ash Wednesday, changing traditional Ash Wednesday. Okay, so those who are into the Ash Wednesday, I believe you can still do it. It takes place 46 days before Easter Sunday. Okay. All right. So moving right along. Okay, so at this time, I would like to go into the Omega Studio. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead into this Bronx woman died after not opening an ATM vestibule door, which is unbelievable. Like, seriously. Okay, so according to the social media, they're saying that a Bronx woman dies after beaten over not letting a stranger into a bank ATM vestibule area. Now, let's read this story because we need to be on alert when we go into these ATMs. And I even struggle with the fact that if I'm at the ATM, do I open up the door for a person? Okay, and normally I wouldn't do it because, it's just my safety, their safety. But according to social media, this woman right here didn't open up the door and she left to go out into another ATM and they beat on her. And she died 10 days after she was jumped and beaten, right? And then this story also takes me back to the Bronx, you're going to stay in the Bronx, that a man who was beat over $1, he actually died too, but he was actually hurt and he refused medical attention and he went home and then he was feeling these problems and he went to the hospital, he died. This lady right here, she actually went to the hospital or they tried to take her to the hospital and she refused service. And come to find out she had blood clots and she pretty much passed away. And they saying right here, our sister is saying that she was not eating or sleeping for the last 4 days. And she was talking like she knew it was coming. Well, you say, well, what was coming? Death. She knew death was coming. And we see right here she died. So they're saying that around 10:15, she was definitely in the store. So what's crazy about it is that when she left out, the people who was trying to get in, who actually allegedly beat her, a security guard had intervened and was like, "Stop that! What you guys doing?" And they said that this lady right here, just stole our ATM card, and we now wailing on her. But come to find out, that was wrong. They was stalking her. They was actually literally trying to get at this woman, and literally because she would not open up the door to the ATM vestibule. And this poor lady right here lost her life. And then her sister went and filed charges. They filed charges with the police department. And hopefully they will be able to, get surveillance tape. But we see right here, 6 days later, okay, tell them what happened. It says here, 3 days after the filing, she went to a Montefiore Medical Center complaining of head and chest pains. She had a fractured ankle, and doctors told her that they wanted to do more tests to do more tests to deal with her and her medical issues, but she refused and she left. And they said the doctor warned her that she had blood clots from the beating and that it could kill her. And also, not only that, she feared, I'm going to highlight this, if y'all can see this, she feared being hit with a large hospital bill. So, just with that mindset, this brings us back to people who definitely refuse medical care because they feel that they can't pay for it. But my thing is this. Listen, they have what is called charity care. Don't let that stop you. Go and get the help you need for medical, dental, eye. Get that help you need. Go in and get the help. If you get the bill, it's fine. There are ways that you can pay it. Listen to me. They have programs that can help you pay for your medical bill. Don't let that be a deter to stop you from going to get medical care for yourself. Take care of yourself, okay? Worry about the bill later, but take care of yourself. Because again, we just read that she did not go to the hospital because she refused the service. And not only that, on top of that, she thought that she was going to receive a hefty bill. And what happened? It ultimately cost her life. So I'm saying go and pretty much get the services you need so you could continue to have longevity. Okay? Because if you don't get the service you need, it is out there. Okay? And trust me, they need to do something about that because they give all this money to all these other countries They don't have nothing to do with the United States of America. We just seen on the debt clock the other day that we are the highest in debt. We got all this money, all these countries, we're the ones at the front line giving money, 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 money. But we have our citizens here and we're forgetting about them. We're forgetting about them. And they just said, and Daquan Jones, thank you for sharing that information, where they're now saying that people who are coming here in this country, which is, well, I'll take me into the next segment, where people in this country is being denied service now, like services. You can go on the TalkShowTea group and read that post. Okay? Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so I want to go ahead to the page, okay? The OmegaStudioNews blog page. Is it working this time? Okay, so at this time, we will be going to the blog page, okay? Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't want to work. Okay, so I do want to go down to, I wanted to show you guys this here, because I did get an email, and I explained to people that there are some laws that are about to take place now. Let me see, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I know I could go into the archives, but I just want to go this way too. I know it's at the beginning of the January. Yeah, we can just do that. We just go here and then go to January, right? And then we'll see like all the posters for January. This is amazing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's go here. Let's see, new laws. Let's see if they have that up here. That's amazing. You can go into the search engineer box and just type up. Right, I'll be forgetting about that. Okay, so we see the new New York laws and a new. We're gonna go here. The New York laws. Okay, so we see here the new New York City laws for 2020. Okay, so on March the 1st, which is on a Sunday, 3 more days, plastic bag ban. That means all the stores in New York City will stop giving out plastic bags. You will be charged 5 cents for a bag now. So here it says plastic bag ban starting March 1st. No stores in New York State will be allowed to give their customers a single-use plastic carryout bag to carry their purchases, and unless their customer receives public assistance. So my thing is this: if you receive public assistance, how do you say that I receive public assistance? Or if you use your EBT card, would that be indicating that you use a public assistance? They give you a bag. But yes, they're telling you have to get tote bags as of March the 1st, and you will definitely have to use those bags, or you'll have to be carrying your stuff like you do in BJ's or Sam Club. Okay, we do also know that the marijuana testing, May 10th, the city statewide was forbidding business, nonprofits, and government agencies for obligating job applicants to undergo a test for cannabism use. Okay, so they're about to put that in effect on May 10th. And then we have the whole paid vacation, and then the homeless set. So yeah, you guys could go up here and y'all can read this, and this definitely will let you guys know about the new laws, right? Then you go back. We can go back and we can go to the laws in California, and they are just, you should see how much laws they got going on over there. Okay, so we haven't really seen anything about the minimum wage over on the laws that will take effect in New York, but I can tell you right here, the California laws, we have a whole lot of them. Okay, this says the minimum wage is definitely going to be a spike hike. The independent workers, hairstylists, uh, definitely they're going to be talking about harassment. They're going to be enforcing laws on harassment, paid family leave, housing, rent control, housing discrimination. Totally different from what you see from here in New York, right? Privacy, marriage, education, healthcare, criminal justice. So jail, juvenile hall, and also human trafficking. But I can say this too. Uh, Part of the reform that's happening around this country are getting people out of jail, but they're getting people out of jail that don't need to be getting out of jail. What I mean is that there's some stories now where you hear that the jail reform has gotten someone out of jail and they committed a atrocious and heinous crime that cost somebody their life, and now they're back in jail. But they got out because of the criminal justice reform. They'll be talking about animals and wildfires. Something big over there in California, because a lot of people, you will definitely see a lot of wildfires going on, and people, trust me and believe, it ain't Mother Nature that's doing that. It's people who literally start fires and set them because they don't want to put the match stop. They don't want to put the match down and not smoke in the park, or light something and then definitely is not careful. Definitely not careful with how they discharge of it, or just don't have any patience and can't wait to leave out of the area where they know it's high and dry and it could cause a fire. Okay, so these are the stories on the Omega Studio News update. Let me go here to the session. Welcome to the session. Okay, so we do know that the session is going down on the 29th, which is on Saturday. Okay, special thanks to our guest who was on our show on this week on Monday. And the updates and breaking news in the Kareem J. Clemens briefing room. And also, you guys can get RSV from Facebook as well as YouTube. And ways to hit up the moderator and also the host for the session. What is that playing? I know I was listening to it. I was definitely listening to that. It's a hot beat. Okay, so that is the Omega Studio News update. Okay. Yep, it is still morning in California. Good morning to you guys. Daquan, good morning. It's still morning in California. It's about 8:31 over there, right? 9:31. Okay, so we're gonna go and move on to our next story, if anything. Okay. All right, so I have talked about Trayvon Martin and the anniversary for going down today, anniversary going on 8 years today for Trayvon Martin. Okay, we do know that he would have been 25 years old on today. I have talked about Harvey Weinstein, and I have let you guys know that he does have an official inmate number, and he is now back at Rikers Island. I've talked about Jesse Smollett and how a veteran judge who once dealt with Oprah Winfrey and trying Oprah Winfrey trying to get off the jury stand with, I guess, the whole celebrity status, but still, the judge had said that she still had to do a public service. So we do know that that judge is now presiding over Jesse Smollett case. And we also talked about the letter that was sent to the FBI for DNA and fingerprints and whether or not those DNA and fingerprints came back. And if they did, were they the disgraced Jesse Smollett's? And if that is the case, would that be considered evidence in a trial? Okay. I have also showed you guys the debt clock, which is the stock market for the OmegaStudioNews TalkShowTea, thanks to Andrew Yang and the Yang Gang. Also, math, make America think harder. I've also given you guys Maddie Mob News, formerly T.S. Madison News, but it is now Maddie Mob News. I have also let you guys know that today is Hump Day, and it is also Ash Wednesday. I've given you guys a story about a woman in the Bronx who died with after not opening the ATM vestibule door, and how important, or whether or not the next time you're in the ATM, would you open up the door for a person? Okay, we know that she died as a result of not doing that. I've also given you guys OmegaStudioNews and TalkShowTea updates. And also, I want to take this time now to especially thanks to all you guys who are here watching the show. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and also commenting in the video. Especially thanks to people who are here in Facebook. Especially thanks to those who are here in YouTube. And also especially thanks to those who are on Periscope. Okay? So again, at this time, please, if you haven't, please take this time to go over to the OmegaStudioNews blog page, which you can see the page right at the bottom of the screen, how to go over to the blog page and also keep yourself updated in the social media news. Okay, if you would like to support for the OmegaStudioNews and TalkShowTea, this is my Cash App. If you would like to send any money, $1, $2, greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. Okay, and again, Princess Diamond. I always talk about Princess Diamond, but just like, Princess Diamond hit me up. Or maybe she is hitting me up and I'm not really sure how, or okay. Also, too, you guys know that we do have jury review that went down on Monday. It did not go down on Monday, but we do know that jury review is on Mondays. But I can tell you, like how last week was, if the judge decides to go live on the bench and we are, here, we will definitely give you guys jury review, summons the jury to come in. They're not here today. Okay, they are actually resting. So, because they definitely are getting their heads together like, what's next? Okay, but when the judge makes her approach on the bench, we will definitely give you guys the update. Okay. All right, without further ado, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this show. And I want to say thank you, thank those who are here, and thank those who are on their way. I'm Kareem Clemens, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.